Good evening everybody and welcome to a very rainy Prague. I've never been to Prague before and I got to my hotel about half an hour ago from the airport. I don't know where I am, if I'm honest. I'm with a friend, Dom, who is the owner of our management company, and he is in a different hotel to me, but he texted on the same flight as me. We went different directions to get to our hotels, and he texted saying, this place, this bar behind me, I can actually see him through the window, this bar behind me is like equidistant between us, so get an Uber, come meet me. It's like 11 PM, so we're having a beer and some dinner, and then we're going back to the hotels, because I'm doing a thing called the Global Social Awards, where basically I'm hosting a talk with Dom and Marcus, so I'm kind of interviewing them on stage. I don't know where I am, so if you've been to Prague or you're kind of a local or anything, there's a big building there. Maybe you know what that is. It might be like a big famous building that I know nothing about. I've been traveling a lot, so in the last week I've been to Paris, I was in Spain for a while, then I was in Rome for about 40 minutes, then I went to Cannes, and now I'm here all in about 5 days, so I haven't had a chance to look into what's good in Prague, besides the fact I'm here for about 18 hours, I'm in and out, so I kind of didn't really see the point in looking into it, because I'm not going to be able to see much. This is the most I'll get to do. So let's enjoy a beer, and maybe a sausage. Look at these guys. Cheers, Dom. So Prague is absolutely beautiful. Who knew? So it turns out this building is the foot of the Charles Bridge, which is famous, and I should know about it, but I don't. So Dom is now showing me. Oh look, here it is. Wow. So it's got all these sculptures, like gargoyle-y type things all the way along it. I love Prague, Dom. Why didn't I come here sooner?
Yeah, it's a shame you're not here for longer.
I know, in and out.
See you, mate.
Bye, Dom. So Prague is sensational. I can't believe I've never been here before. Up there we have a castle. This bridge is beautiful. I need to know more about this city. Like, I just had no idea. Apparently this bridge is like one of the most famous bridges and the most historic bridges ever. And the artwork, the sculptures on it are brilliant. I can't really show you very well because it's like dark and raining now, but all of these are just incredible. Like really, really amazing. I love it here. Dom's gone the other direction. He accidentally tipped more than the meal was. I mean, it's super cheap. We had a couple of sausages and some soup and a couple of beers each, and it came to I think 400 and something Czech krona, which is, I did the maths, about, what was it? Like, it's about 20 quid or something around there. And then I bought the meal and he tipped, and he just gave a 500. And I was like, Dom, you're a baller. Like, you're tipping more than the meal was worth. He went, no, I just tipped. I just did that much. He's like, I just did like 50 or something. No, that was 500 you gave, and that's more than we'd have paid for the sausages and the soup. So, well done, Dom. What a nice man. She was very happy, and she did say, oh, thank you very much. And he did say to me, well, that was a very nice reaction. Maybe people don't tip here very often. My response was that people do tip, but probably not as much as the entire bill. Look. Good morning, welcome to the green room, which currently just has me in it. I'm guessing I'll be quite busy later because it's a very big room. So basically I'm staying in the hotel where the event is happening. So Dom and Marcus are staying in a different hotel because they are, I guess, the talent, and I'm a speaker. So I think they put all the speakers in this hotel because we just had to do like rehearsals and run-throughs and stuff. Literally took about 15 minutes just to kind of familiarise yourself with the stage, put on my Britney mic and check sound and just find out the mechanics of what I'm doing. So basically I go on stage, introduce myself, bring out Dom, bring out Marcus, ask them a bunch of questions, and then after that there's questions from the audience via like this app thing that I can do on my phone, and that's it. It's about a 25-minute talk, so bonkers that I'm flying here for it and then flying back out again straight away, but it's like a really important room of people basically. So that's it. Now I'm in the green room and I'm gonna do a bit of work. I've got what, 2.5 hours to kill now, so I'm just gonna do a bit of work and catch up on life and stuff before going on stage and make sure I know what I'm talking about, because I've got it in my head. Just need to make sure that it comes out of my head via my mouth onto stage. That's all. Good morning, I'm back in London now. I forgot to bring my camera with me, so I'm filming on my phone, which is terrible vlogging etiquette. I'm very sorry about that, but I've been a busy boy. Basically, I'm house hunting again. In my last video, I mentioned that I moved house in like a fortnight or so. It fell through. The people I was buying from couldn't get their mortgage sorted for their onward purchase, so basically fell through, and I'm back to the drawing board. I don't really know my way around London. I know where I used to live, and I know that area, but because in my head, the way London works is you get on the tube, so you go underground, and you pop up somewhere else. So I know little pockets, but I don't know how it connects. So looking around northish, I've got about 8 or 9 to look at today, so just kind of on the road. I'm feeling good about it. I'm a bit frustrated that I was supposed to be in my new place in a fortnight, and I really want my independence back, because obviously I'm currently living with my sister's flat, and it's not my place, and I can't do things to the place, you know? So I really want to get my independence back and like kiss out of my own things, but these things happen. At least I'm not homeless, I've got somewhere to be. It's just now, it's kind of at least 2 months from this point, because even if the house that I buy is empty and good to go, just the mechanics and the legal part of it takes about 2 months, so I'm at least that far out. And if I find somewhere that currently has somebody in it and they've got to then find their onward purchase and blah blah blah, it can take forever. So it's what it is. Viewing houses and finding somewhere else to live. So I left Prague. Basically, the last you saw me, I was in Prague. I was about to go on stage and do the thing. I couldn't film on stage because obviously I was on stage, and there were like big screens and lots of people, but it went well. The time is now 20 to 2. I've come back to get some lunch and have a little bit of a wind down, because I find this, I don't know if everyone does, I find this really stressful because the big decisions to make. What I am doing though is walking between each place so I can sort of get my bearings a bit. For one thing, just because I want to know how London connects. I've lived in London for like 5 years and I still don't really know how it works. So I want to kind of work out what area is what, but also get a feel of the area that I'm looking at. And also it's good for you. I didn't realise that my step count on my phone was switched off, so I don't know how many steps I've done. But I reckon I've done a lot, because I've only seen 3 so far, but they're all like 40 minutes walk between each other. Then I've walked back to the flat and I walked there in the first place as well. So I've done a load of steps. In a bit, I've got another viewing, and then an estate agent has sort of said to me, if you give me like an hour and a half of your time, I'm going to show you like 5 places that are all in my budget and all kind of fit my criteria. So he's going to take me on like a grand tour. So I'm back now, going to eat some food, and also call another estate agent, because there's like 2 or 3 places that I like on their books. So I feel overwhelmed, if I'm being totally honest. It's kind of a big decision to make, and you view somewhere and think, wow, this is really great, but I'd do this differently and I'd strip that bit out, and I'd, you know, so you're thinking about that for one place, but then you visit somewhere else and you go, right, this is more expensive and smaller, but the location's much better. What would you rather? So I looked at 3 so far today, 1 to know. One of them is like brilliant, it's big enough, it's actually bigger than I was expecting, and it's got a little bit of a garden, but needs a little bit of work, and the area isn't exactly what I was after. But then I looked at another one in the area that I do love, and it's good to go, but in terms of like, it's good to go in terms of it's decorated beautifully, but it's much smaller and there's no garden, and it's kind of one of those things, and it's much more expensive, like quite a bit more expensive. So you think, God, do you want to stretch yourself and get somewhere that is not ideal in terms of your space, but is pretty and doesn't need any work done to it and is in a nice location? Or do you live a slightly easier life and have smaller monthly repayments, but not being quite the area you were anticipating? It's about 25-minute walk from the area I really wanted. So I don't know. It's a lot of things to consider. Guess who went out and forgot his camera again? This guy. So I have seen, oh my God, how many houses have I seen today? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 today. And I've learned what I do like and what I don't like, which is a good thing. I really like this area I've found. And actually, I didn't have to change my budget, because in my budget there's lots that I really liked of the right size. I just have to go a little further away from like tube stations than I was initially planning, but then I have my car. So yeah, I have to say though, my brain is now like spaghetti. I just don't, I've seen so many, they're all kind of blurring into one. There's big choices to make, because it's not like a small thing, it's a big thing. That's where I'm going to like live forever. Not forever, but for a long time. So yeah, it's now 6 o'clock, I've been doing it all day, and I've seen a lot. I looked at a few that are well over budget, which are like smack bang in the middle.
which is just not right. It's too much money for what you get. You end up kind of going down in size and up in price, so not ideal. And I saw one amazing one, which is actually on the high street, and it's above like a shop, and it's huge, but it's the oldest building on that street. Can I cross? I'm not going to cross it. It's the oldest building on that street, and basically it's great. It's listed, so you can't do much to it, but the whole thing needs stripping and starting again, and you're looking at kind of 10% of the price you're paying again to get it like where you want it, and that's just too much money. But what a cool project it would have been. It's like this Georgian place, but like with original windows that need to be changed to double glazing. You can't do that without doing it kind of professionally with the right people, because it's listed, and like a lot needs to happen to that place, but still, it was cool.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Yes, good morning. It's 10:10. So, what was I going to say to you? Oh yes, I had the night to sleep on it and think about houses, and I'm actually going to go put an offer in on one. I think I'm going to go for quite a low offer. I'm not expecting it to get accepted, but you never know. The seller may be desperate, and if he doesn't accept this one, then I'll go a little bit higher. I still have a few more to view on Friday, which is tomorrow, so I'll look at them as well. But actually, there's one that I really like. I was tossing up between 2 or 3 yesterday, and I woke up. I think sometimes, sleeping on it's really good. So yes, I'm now about to film a video. That's going on behind me. That's going on there. So I think I'll film this little white spot here. What are we filming, G?
We are filming. It will already be up, but we're filming you planning your outfits for London Fashion Week.
Correct. Okay. Good. Oh, it'll be up before this video.
Yeah.
So if you haven't watched it, then what are you doing? Go watch it. I've got your charger.
Thank you.
I'm going to get some clothes ready now.
Back to vlogging on my phone for a second, because the camera is being used by Georgia, who's filming me strip, basically. Hence hot chocolate playing. We're doing one of those videos where basically I'm going through what I just told you, didn't I? I'm going through what I'm wearing for Fashion Week. But there's this thing on Instagram at the moment where everyone sort of gets changed. We're doing that. But I can't get mostly naked without a little bit of help in front of a camera and my friend Georgia. So we've got a bit of hot chocolate to set the mood, basically. Yep, it's good. There's also a massive window here, and it's a very busy street, so people can just walk past as they wish.
I'm ending this video here, guys, because it's occurred to me that today's Thursday. I've just shot this content. I'm going back on the house hunt today, and then back on the house hunt tomorrow. Well, I think I found the one anyway, but I want to kind of be doubly sure. So there's nothing really for you to see now for the rest of this week. So you've seen Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and that's good enough, right? That's good enough. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to try and do these more often, because I actually really like just doing little snippets here and there, keeping you up to date with what's going on. And also, although it's a bit stressful for me, kind of finding a house and all that, it's also really exciting, and I hope it kind of comes through a little bit. And as soon as I get in the house, I'm really excited to sort of keep you guys posted on the journey, so you can see what I'm going to do with it and what I'll change, and I'll furnish it, and I'll get all the stuff sorted, and it'd be really nice. I might even make sort of proper sort of segments where I do things and keep you posted on how the place looks. So for now, adieu. I will see you very, very soon. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.